Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. My name is Mark Rumler. I'm the current chairman of the ACE Mentor Program of Rhode Island. What we're here for tonight is really to celebrate the incredible work that students have done with the help of mentors and a variety of our mentor firms from many different disciplines, from educational to architects, civil engineers, structural engineers, contractors, and really with this whole group is what we're able to, with the help of this entire group, is what we're able to put together tonight. So first and foremost, students, be proud of what we put together here. This is college level work. It's always very impressive to see these projects. Some of our sponsors that make this possible by helping out in a variety of different ways, I won't go down the list, but I want to recognize everybody. And any of the sponsors that are here tonight, I think you'll understand how you're really creating an incredible program by your support, not only by dollars, but by supporting mentors as well. And that's one of the most important topics that I'd like to touch on quickly is, if you are a sponsor firm or a potential sponsor firm, support your mentors. First and foremost is they need to hear it from the top. They need to hear from the leadership of their companies. So you'll see tonight that it's worthwhile. Some of these firms have been involved in the program from the beginning in 2004. Our community sponsors, I will touch on some of these. ARC Document Solutions help to print the boards that we have here tonight. Blackstone Academy, Central Falls, and also the Woonsocket School Department. They've actually brought students, which is a little bit different for our program. They've traveled, they've brought students to our program. They provide busing for those students. They've provided mentors for our program. And for the mentors, you understand that creates a balance. Having teachers and professionals together creates probably the best mentoring program that we can provide. Roger Williams University, Rhode Island School of Design, where we are this evening, New England Institute of Technology, have supported the program in a variety of ways. Obviously, we're here tonight at RISD. Jim is a professor here from RISD, so they've been a great supporter of the program. Our Providence group, our Providence sessions were held at the Roger Williams campus downtown here in Providence. And New England Tech, a group that we're missing here, they had their own separate presentations, but we have a West Bay group as well at the East Greenwich campus at New England Tech, and they've been a great supporter of the program. As I started off, our mentors we have quite a variety. We have professors, we have teachers, we have mechanical and electrical, plumbing engineers, structural engineers, civil engineers, landscape architects. I myself am an architect. And then as well as probably this year, I think has been most impressive is our college students and graduate students. The college programs that they're in are extremely demanding, and to give the time to mentor is absolutely extraordinary. Jim brought up a great point. Is really this just shows the reach of our program. The companies that are listed here, the people that are listed here. Some of the individuals on this list have mentored with the program for 8 to 9 years. Some, Lance in particular, mentored for a few years in Connecticut. So we have quite a reach. Some other things that I'd like to touch on quickly, as I started off, I mentioned is students, first and foremost. Be proud of your work and use the skills that you learned here today. You may decide that you don't want to be an architect, a contractor, or an engineer, and in our opinion, that's okay, because you saw it through to the end, and you've received invaluable skills. You've learned from your mentors, and your mentors have learned from you, and it hasn't just been how to design a building, it's been life skills. Reflect. Think about the program in a couple weeks and reflect on what you've learned, and I think you'll be impressed. And even a few years from now, you'll be even more impressed. And for those students that are here for their first year, come back and join our second year program. Some of the boards here are from our second year group that compete in our national competition. Absolutely the most important item on our agenda, aside from the presentations tonight, is to thank our mentors. If you don't mind, give everybody a round of applause. I think the students have seen, and parents and other staff will see what the students can accomplish with the help of these mentors that are giving up their time. Many have families, most have, or all have full-time jobs, some are in school. So it's absolutely amazing that they set aside the time, not only the 2 hours a week to meet, but also the time to mentor students outside of that by staying in contact with them consistently. And not only during the program, but after the program. When the program's over in the summer and students also have completed their last year of our program. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to recognize a few of those mentors. So first is the Mentor of the Year for Northern Rhode Island. Courtney.
Hello, I'm Courtney Canada with Gilbane Building Company. And our Northern Rhode Island group is extremely lucky. We have a very dedicated group of mentors. And our Mentor of the Year for this year really exemplifies that dedication to the program. This is an individual who doesn't just show up for a couple of hours on Wednesday afternoon. They've really taken it upon themselves to take on additional responsibilities, sometimes significant, from the large-scale stuff like joining our curriculum committee to the small-scale stuff, the weekly grind, right? All the things that have to get done on a weekly basis to make sure we're successful, whether that's coordinating materials, keeping everybody in contact, even reworking some of the student groupings to make sure that teams were effective and productive. I could go on, but really it's these week in and week out things that make our program successful. And this person was not just asked to do something and stepped up, but really took it upon themselves, said, I'm going to take the ball and run with it. And he did that because he really cares about the program and really cares about the students. So really just in his second year of mentoring, this person has had a tremendous impact, both the students that he's worked with and the Northern Rhode Island program as a whole. So it is my great honor to present the Northern Rhode Island 2014 Mentor of the Year to Paul Cunell of O'Day Engineers.
For our Providence group, Jim Barnes will present.
Courtney mentioned the sort of really serious work that's involved, and it's a special person who manages to come every week and engage young people. It's a task that I think most of you understand is pretty challenging. And so the note, the sort of enthusiasm that mentors bring to the table is really, really valuable. Not only the kind of technical knowledge, but just the sheer sort of enthusiasm for the work. So we're really grateful in Providence to have a really fantastic collection of people. This year, I want to make a special mention and make this award of the Mentor of the Year to Paul O'Lean. Paul, would you come up from Gilbane?
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yes, we will.
Something I neglected to do, not only is Rizdi a supporter of the program, but Jim Barnes. Jim manages the Providence group, which manages, it's a great term, but if you saw him on a weekly basis, what he puts together, he's responsible for this here tonight, and he's responsible for communicating with all of our mentors and our students, getting them excited about architecture, construction, and engineering, and organizing them on a weekly basis. And he's the reason why our students and our mentors return week after week. To the same token, Northern Rhode Island, Kevin Marini and Courtney, who presented earlier, Kevin is actually responsible, I believe it was 3 or 4 years ago, for starting the Northern Rhode Island group, which is which is a humongous task. And again, the word doesn't do it justice, but he not only started that group, but he's also seen it through to this point. So that's impressive, and again, deserves it. Every year, the ACE National, and maybe I neglected to discuss this, and this is supposed to be 2014, but we'll stick with it. ACE National, we're part of a larger group. We're part of almost 100 affiliates nationwide, and there's, I believe, 8,000 students this year that are being served by the program, which is incredible. And this benefits the local affiliate, because if you ask colleges when you guys apply for specific schools, they're going to know the ACE program, and not only the fact that you guys are going to have outstanding portfolios and knowledge of the industry, but when they see ACE, they're going to recognize that, and the fact that you stuck with it is really going to help you when you move on to college. So back to ACE National. They put on every year, they ask us to nominate an exemplary mentor from our affiliate. And it's sponsored by Engineering News Record and McGraw-Hill. And they select usually the top 4 or 5 individuals that are nominated on an annual basis. Jim Barnes was one of the first 5 recipients of this award in 2012. And this year, Lance will introduce our 2004 nominee.
All right, it's been a great pleasure to see such a great crowd. This is wonderful. We packed it. Full house, Jim. Nice job. So, what you guys may not know is that there are a lot of roles that make the ACE mentoring program of Rhode Island come together. There's the mentors that you know about. There's the group leaders that you know about. But there are a lot of other. There's also a very important role of a board member. We have a board of directors that meets on a monthly basis and kind of keeps everything in line, makes the big decisions about how do we get money, how do we get funding, how do we fund our scholarships, how do we fund our weekly pizza. Right, that all doesn't just come from free. We have to pay for that, and we do. So there's a lot of roles behind the scenes, and this individual, this year's nominee, has really fulfilled about every role there is, and to the best of his ability. And I really can't think of a better person for this year's nomination. And what really resonated with me was we asked a couple students to write some letters to go into the application that we sent in for the nominee. And what really struck me about both of the letters was the word inspiring. This individual has truly inspired several students in our program to pursue careers in our fields, and to also just work harder, to become a better student in general, and to pursue, that secondary education after high school. And so I've had the pleasure of working with this person in the ACE program for about 8 or 9 years. And I've also had the pleasure of working with this person on a daily basis at my office. So I'd like to present this award to Kevin Marini.
Not really. Inspiring is what you guys do. Sorry.
We've been working hard to bring new sponsor firms on board, and it's really easy to sell our program because mentors get just as much out of it as the students do. We learn a lot about ourselves. We learn a lot of leadership skills and organizational skills. So it's really a great opportunity all around. And now the highlight of tonight, the student presentations.